What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over 3 points as to how to guarantee muscle growth in and around the gym. So let's fucking go. So guys, tip number 1 is very simple. Try and aim to eat protein throughout every single meal. So why should you have protein with every meal that you eat? Now the simple answer is muscles are built through a process called protein synthesis. This is where the muscles get rebuilt by the proteins in your body. Now, if you've got a lower amount of protein than the threshold you need to help build up that muscle, then that muscle isn't going to grow and recover as fast as it can. It's going to take multiple days instead of one day. Now then, you can use something like a protein powder. I preferably use USN because I've just found it's the cheapest option in the UK at the moment. You can pick it up at Home Bargains and there's nothing wrong with it. I've looked into the company, they're absolutely brilliant and I absolutely love this protein. It tastes absolutely amazing. But you can also get protein from natural sources, things like chicken, beef, turkey. You can get your soy protein as well from soy milk. You can get almond milk. You can do it through vegan processes as well. You can get vegan and vegetarian protein powders that are much more suitable for them. It's all these different things to aid in the protein synthesis to help build up the muscle. So guys, point number 2 is training till failure. Now you'll see throughout my training whilst I'm here that I am pushing my biceps, my triceps as hard as I can. I mean, I will literally do overhead extension and the most my contractile tissue can do in the contractile phase is 10 reps, but you're always stronger on the eccentric, which is the coming down phase when the muscle is stretching. So you can usually get about 2 or 3 reps more without dropping it. So the way of adjusting for that is to simply, if you were doing a bicep curl and you just simply can't do any more contractile, then you take your other hand, you bring it up, and you control that weight down until you're literally just going to a point where you're just going like, you're just dropping it to the floor. And at that point, you have pushed your muscle to 1, absolute contractile failure, 2, absolute isolation failure. Isolation is when you're holding, or isometric. And then 3, eccentric failure. Now, eccentric failure is the hardest one to reach. And it takes a lot of training and practice to do. And oftentimes you need a spotter or someone else to help you to reach that point. But eccentric failure is the one that creates the most muscle building growth. So if you can reach that point within 2 to 3 reps of eccentric failure, you're guaranteed to build up muscle growth. Now, if you pass eccentric failure, then there's no point doing anything because it's simply not beneficial in any way. You're just overtraining at that point. So yeah, eccentric failure, that is my tip. If you can reach it, do it. If not, concentric failure is still brilliant, but you still have a little bit of muscle building stimulus that you could use in potentiality for that eccentric failure. And that's how you get big biceps. That's tip number 2. So guys, tip number 3 is that the average male weighing from 80 to 100 kilos should be drinking 3 liters of water per day, and the average female should be drinking 2.5 liters of water per day. This allows for adequate osmosis throughout your muscles and allowing a good amount of water retention in the muscles, as well as keeping you hydrated. Now then, hydration only counts if you have the right amount of sodium in your diet. So that's an added on tip for you guys, is that to stay hydrated, you need to have sodium in your diet. And that's that, as simple as that, guys. Remember guys, I've got a Facebook group I highly recommend you go and check out. It is about transforming your body. It's with all my clients on there, as well as free tips from me just off the dome. And yeah, I highly recommend checking it out. I'll link it down in the description below, as well as all my social media. And let's go guys, let's transform your body today.